everybody. Let me first thank the man who led our country to the greatest economic expansion we had seen in our nation's history, with 23 million new jobs created, fought for people every day, the Family Medical Leave Act, 100,000 new police on the streets, 100,000 new teachers in the classroom, peace all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get when you have Bill Clinton as President of the United States of America. And one of the greatest governors to ever serve, head of the National Governors Association, head of the Democratic governors. He was a leader. And when he was Attorney General back in 1977, he said, we need to decouple energy rates. We need to make sure we're decoupling the energy business. He saw it 30 years ago, folks. He's been a leader on these issues, and we are a better country today because of Bill Clinton. Let me thank you all for coming out today. We have 750 people who are out here on this beautiful day with the sunshine. Give yourselves a great round of applause. I see the firefighters, boilermakers, bricklayers, everybody's out here today. AFSCME, all of you, thank you. This is an important election. We're in a very tough time. We've got the worst economy that we have seen since the Great Depression. I leave here and I'm off to Martinsville, where they just announced last weekend 20.2% unemployment. Williamsburg last weekend we had a debate, 19.5% unemployment. These are tough economic times, folks. But I also hate to see the budget cuts. We cut $400 million K through 12. We cut community colleges 10%. We cut four-year colleges 15%. We haven't cut to the bone, we're now cutting into the bone. I happen to believe in a down economy, you put more money in education, not less, because we got to build our workforce for the future. I don't like to see tax increases in a down economy. You can't be taking more money out of people's pockets. That leaves one alternative. We've got to grow our economy. We need a governor that's going to create jobs every single day and create new economic activity. And when you bring in new jobs, and when I say jobs, good wages and good benefits, because that's what a job is all about. And that's what I want to do every day as your governor. Of the four candidates running for governor, I can say I'm the only one that has created thousands of jobs, good paying jobs. I've started business. I would come to this job with a business experience, the right kind of experience. Like what we saw when Governor Warner first came into office. What we've seen with Governor Kane, they didn't come from the legislature. They came from outside, brought new, big, bold ideas. And I think that's what we need. I need revenue. You know why? Because we got to put more money into education. We need accessibility so that every child in Virginia can get pre-K. It's a top priority, building on what Governor Kane has done. I call for smaller class sizes K through 3, because here in Virginia we determine how many children don't pass the third grade reading proficiency exam. And you know what we do with that number? We determine how many prison beds we'll need in 15 years. So if that's the case, instead of spending $27,000 per year on a prisoner, half of our prison population are high school dropouts, why not invest early in those K through 3 years? And as governor, I promise you every child will be read by the time they leave third grade. It's the right thing to do. It actually saves the Commonwealth money. College affordability. We just read the other day that Virginia received an F in college affordability. College affordability, we all need to make sure that our children can go to college. We shouldn't get an F on anything. We need to make sure that our children are getting the highest quality education, higher education. We need to make sure that we can give them the money that they need. Only 14% of our in-state students today get any kind of financial aid. We need to do a better job of privatizing and commercializing our patents at our great universities. We don't do that. Maryland does it. North Carolina does it. Florida has just done $600 million. We're leaving hundreds of millions of dollars on the table. And when we can do that, streamline our process and bring that money in, half of it goes to reducing college tuition, folks. Half of it should stay in the STEM fields to make sure we have money for math and science, technology, and engineering. We've got to pay our teachers the national average. We don't do that here in Virginia. We got to do it. 50% of our teachers leave the first 5 years. Why do they leave? They can go to the District of Columbia, on average, $14,000 more per teacher. They can go to North Carolina, they can go to Maryland. I don't want any of our quality teachers leaving Virginia to go to another state. Let's keep our best teachers here, and let's pay them what they're worth. I talk about transportation. I'm going to have an honest conversation. We're going to have an honest conversation about revenue because we have a mess of a situation today on transportation. In 2014, we will no longer have the match that we need to apply for the federal highway matching funds. Imagine that. You get $4 federal money for every dollar of state. We won't have that state match. Therefore, we're giving billions of dollars back to other states that we're not going to get here in Virginia because we don't have the state match. I think that's a disgrace. And by 2018, we won't even be able to apply. We'll have no money. We spend all of our money on maintenance, not construction. That's why we got to think differently about transportation. From the beginning of my campaign, I have called for high-speed rail. Let's get those cars off the road. And when I'm governor that first month, I want to be putting that shovel in the ground. High-speed rail from D.C. to Richmond to Hampton Roads. 176,000 jobs will be created, 40,000 tons of CO2 we can get. Think of what we could do, folks, in getting all those folks out of those cars. President Obama has $9.3 billion available today for high-speed rail. $9.3 billion already allocated. Ours would only cost $1.3 billion. So I want to go get that $1.3 billion. We should be the leaders on this. As governor, I don't want my fair share. I want more than my fair share here in Virginia. That's your money.